It's exactly a statement of intent. It's basically us sitting here now going into March with this will be the strongest squad we've ever had in my 2.5 years here. We've got our best players available, we've got depth, we've got a real good mix of youth and experience, competition for places. This now, is probably the healthiest position we've been in terms of squad. We're coming off the back of some significant performances, even way back to 2 years ago in career, where we had a lot of debutants on the pitch, a young team, but big performances. We've had an under-strength squad over in the Nations Cup where we've gone and won the tournament, difficult conditions. We've had a big tour of the USA where we've had some big performances, and it's sort of given us a glimpse of what we can do against big teams. And we've had some consistent results. I think in the last 2 years, I think we've, including with the 23s, in 2 years with the 23s, we've lost one game out of 15. We've scored 26 goals, conceded 5. There's a lot of reason for us to really now be backing ourselves and having belief. It's been a process, really. We had obviously the initial phase of looking, casting the net wide and building depth in the squad and competition. We needed to do it. We were looking at lots of players, and we had the transition date at the Nations Cup where we said we were going to stop. We've done that now. We're not looking at any players. Since then, we've had a consistent group of players, a consistent squad. Now there would be, one or two, if we come across some, good players from outside that can improve the group, then we'll bring them in. We'll look at them. But certainly we've got a squad that's settled now. We need to, obviously improve, continue to improve the cohesion and the style of play of what we're doing. We've got a good program in terms of games. We've got some very, very competitive games, organised. We know what's in front of us. We've got a good program ahead of us. Physically, it's definitely an area we need to improve as a whole. We've got to be physically fitter as a whole. And I think the biggest thing now that we want to really take a step forward in is we've got to strengthen our mindset, strengthen the belief in the squad. The key for us now is to really believe. We've had this underdog mentality for some time now, and I think probably it's partly because we're very, very humble. And this is not me talking about being arrogant at all. This is not about being arrogant. This is about having real belief in ourselves and having higher expectations. I think in the past, the underdog tag and the mindset has probably helped us at times where we've gone away to Oman, for example, or South Korea with a young team, and we're missing top players, our best players, and we're under strength, and that's given us fight. It's given us resilience. It's given us real spirit. But where we are now, we're a different team, and this underdog mindset and this underdog tag is definitely holding us back. It's almost like a sort of mediocre feedback loop where there's very little expectation on us. It almost at times can feel that it's enough for us just to play well and compete against the biggest teams. And that's enough for us. And what we're saying is, we now have to be comfortable having higher expectations on ourselves and be comfortable with and have the belief that if we prepare well, we've got our best players, good program, we do everything correctly, then we can turn up, and we really can. If we've done everything right, we can turn up and expect not just to play well, but we can expect, and we believe we can beat the teams that are bigger than us. If we're looking at it objectively, it's really we can't identify with the team of 2.5 years ago because it's a completely different team. We can't even identify with the team a year or 6 months ago because the Nations Cup, for example, the squad we're going to have in March is going to be totally stronger than we had back in June. So what we can't do is identify with our recent history because it's a different team. The program's different. The team are much further ahead in the style of play. The team's a lot more together. The way we are organised is the way we operate in terms of tours and standards. We now cannot identify with the past sort of teams that we've had. But for me, the underdog tag is it's almost like a cop out, really. It's almost like it's like a sort of security blanket where there's no real expectations on us, and it's like it's security, really. And what we're saying now is we are a different team. We're looking at ourselves objectively. We're looking at what we've done recently, all the work we've done in the past. We're looking at where we are as a squad now, and we're saying we've got real belief that that this underdog tag is not serving us. We need expectation on us. We need really to be focused on what we've got and the fact that we want to go and turn up and do things correctly and have the real belief that we can beat the bigger teams. This is a conversation that we probably couldn't have had 6 months ago. We definitely couldn't have had this conversation 12 months ago or 2 years ago, but now we can. We're at the place now where we can be talking this way because that's the next stage for us. All I am focused on here is the last 2.5 years. This is this campaign. I cannot, and I'm not speaking about previous teams, and I have the utmost respect for what's gone on before us. What I'm doing is taking or speaking honestly about the situation we find ourselves in right now about this campaign. And as I said, this wasn't a conversation we could add 6 months ago, 12 months ago. This is where we are now. I also want to be very clear. The players, every single tour in the last 2.5 years, this is no slant on the players at all. The players have shown up in the last 2.5 years on every tour, and for me, I can speak with absolute certainty and say that they've represented New Zealand to their very best with pride. They come to every tour, they travel all around the world, and they give everything they've got, and they've done it honestly. Again, just to reaffirm, this is purely focused on this last 2.5 years. What we're saying is now we are a different team. We are a stronger team. We're on the back of a very, very consistent and solid run of games where we've had 15 odd games in the last 2 years. We've had one loss. We've kept incredibly, defensively we've been very good with 5 goals against, 26 goals for. We're on a very, very strong run. We're building something within the team, and what we're saying is now, where we are now, the next step for us to go forward is we have to now start believing, and this underdog mindset and tag is got to be removed from us.